everyone and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Matilda and I make videos about books, reading, writing and other things that tickle my fancy. About a year ago, around the 10th of September, my fiancé and I decided to take a sabbatical. I quit my job and we decided to take a year of traveling and creativity and other such endeavors. This year, if you've been on this channel for a while, did not go according to plan for a multitude of reasons, and I will get into some of those in this video. But I know that I set some goals for myself for the sabbatical, and I have a video on it that went up on the 27th of September last year that I have not watched since, nor did I take the time to print these goals and put them somewhere where I would see them every day. So I'm not sure exactly what my goals were for this year. That may sound stupid, but the year quickly went downhill and I had to prioritize things differently. I know what some of the goals were, but I'm gonna watch the video, I'm gonna sort of react to my goals for sabbatical, and I will fill you in along the way and probably at the end of this whole thing as well, because things did not go according to plan, and let's laugh at the past year, because this past year deserves to be laughed at. I have my trusty laptop right here, so I'm gonna watch it and then I'm gonna put the video on the screen for you guys to watch at the same time so that you don't have to watch me watching this for like 12 minutes.
By just changing a hoodie, it looks like it's a new day, right? Right.
My hair was so long. It was long up until recently too, but I cut it a couple times since then.
Hi everyone and welcome back. As I mentioned in my last video, today I'm going to share with you the goals that I have for the sabbatical. I'm going to share 11 goals with you today that I want to achieve between now and September next year, the beginning of September next year. There are also a few other goals that Marcus and I have that are not on this list. One of which is like regulating our candy intake, which is still an important goal, but I don't have it on my list right here and I'm not going to mention it more than I just did. Anyway, I'm going to share 11 goals with you and they are in 4 categories.
Okay, I just said that the 11 goals were in 4 categories. I think those categories were reading, writing, exercise and YouTube. I might be wrong already now, so let's see.
And some of them sort of blend together either within their own category or as a whole, intercategorically. That is a word. We're sticking with it. I guess I'm going to start with the YouTube goals.
YouTube is one of them.
You're probably watching this on YouTube and it feels like a good place to start. I have 3 goals for YouTube. The first one is to put up 1 video a week on this channel.
1 video per week on this channel. I do not think I've done that. I'm going to count the video I'm watching as video number 1 and then just quickly count the videos I've made on this channel since then. I mean, I've done a fair few actually, and I do know I changed this goal around the start of the new year, I think. I decided to skip that altogether and just, you know, put videos up when I felt like it. But okay, counting that video as number 1, we have currently 46 videos that are public, 47 if we count the one that will go live for me today on the day I'm filming this. I'm filming this on the 17th of September and I have a writing vlog going live later today. So 46, 47, that is not 1 a week. And I know I was intending it to be 1 per actual week, but I figured if I still had 52, maybe I could still count it. So I failed that goal, but I got pretty close. If we ignore the fact that I didn't do them actually 1 per week, 46 videos in a year is still pretty good, especially with the year I've had. That is also 2 live streams, so yeah, but I'm gonna count them as videos. All right, back to the video.
Some weeks that might be more than 1 video, but my goal is 1 per week. I'm gonna keep Thursdays as my primary upload day.
I have kind of kept Thursday as my primary date. I've moved it around a bit, and when I've only done writing vlogs, I think most of those have gone up on Tuesdays instead. Not all of them, but most of them. But I still have this thing, if I'm putting up a video soon, but not today, I try to aim to put that up on Thursdays and Sundays. I don't know why, but I haven't stuck to that. That wasn't its own goal in itself, but still.
But there might be weeks that I feel like putting up a week in writing video or some other sort of bonus video, and then I'll put that up some other day during the week. But the actual primary videos are gonna go up on Thursdays. My second YouTube goal is to put up 1 to 2 videos a week on Amazon Adventures.
Let's go to Amazon Adventures and check that out, shall we? I know I have failed this. I have failed this really hard. For those who don't know, Amazon Adventures is a travel channel that me and my fiancé Marcus have together, where we pretty much have only uploaded things from Japan, where we went in October, November last year. Yeah. We have 7 videos, and it's not even encapsulating all of Japan. 7 videos for a year. No.
The other channel, one of the other channels that Marcus and I have. It's our travel channel, and I mentioned it briefly in last week's video, and I will link it down below as well. Now, when I say 1 to 2 videos a week on that channel, I mean when there is content.
Okay, so I did mean 1 to 2 videos per week when there was anything to upload. However, I have still failed that, seeing as how I didn't complete the edits and stuff from Japan. There are still a couple days left of footage, I think. If you don't know, that trip kind of went downhill. Marcus was very, very ill, and we had to change a lot of our plans, and my foot was already then a problem, and we had to change a lot of things around, so we didn't actually, do things for 30 days, but we did do things for more than 7 days, and I haven't gotten around to it. Hopefully one day I will, but right now it's not a priority because I have too many other things going on currently. But yeah.
We are gonna film heaps when we're in Japan, and then when we're back home, I'm gonna start rolling out 1 to 2 videos a week. Right now, we don't really have anything to put up, and eventually we're gonna run out of Japan videos. That might happen weeks before we go to London, or it might happen after we come home from London.
I also talk about London, which we did get to go to in January, towards the end of January. However, we didn't film that for Amazon Adventures at all. Marcus filmed some stuff that went up on his Wizards Unite channel or Harry Potter channel. I'll link that down below if you're interested. But we didn't film any of that for Amazon Adventures, so I didn't have any footage. I'm trying to rectify the fact that no videos went up, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. But 1 to 2 videos a week when there is content for me to edit and put up. We might also put up some videos there that aren't actually us away on adventures. It might be a packing video.
We haven't put up any such videos.
Or travel tips or something like that. Something that isn't us actually away on adventures. But we will just see what the future holds for that channel. But 1 to 2 videos a week when I have content that I can put up. And my third and final goal for YouTube is that I want to actually get more involved with the community. Primarily the writing and reading community, but just overall get better at commenting on videos. And I'm setting the bar for myself really, really low here, in that I want to comment on 2 videos a week.
So I have gotten better at that. I haven't actually commented on 2 videos a week. I also haven't kept track of it, but I've gotten better at commenting and liking videos, but I don't always keep it up. I don't know, sometimes I don't really feel, not that I don't feel like it, sort of like I don't feel like it, but I don't feel like I have anything to add to the conversation, and I don't want to comment just for the sake of commenting, if that makes sense. So far I've failed 3 out of 3 goals. It's going great. We're on a good path here.
And I'm not limiting that to just being reading and writing. It can also be box openings or travel videos or haul videos or whatever. But I want to get better at actually commenting and being involved in the community more than just as someone who watches and gives the occasional thumbs up on a video. Moving on to my second category, which is reading, where I only have 1 goal.
So reading, I was right about the second category at least. And I apparently only have 1 goal. I'm going to guess that was to read 50 books. It was either read a specific number of books, or it was read more. I might have gone really vague on this. I might not have put, SMART goals.
And that 1 goal is that I want to read a minimum of 24 books.
Okay, so here I actually went low. I told myself to read 24 books. And last year, between the sabbatical starting and the end of the year, I read 6 books, and so far this year I've read 33. So that's 39 in total. I've outdone myself. Good job, me.
Over the next year. For 2018, which I know isn't over yet, my goal was to read 12 books. I am doing okay, I think I'm on par for that, and will probably not have that much trouble completing that goal. But I figured I should step it up this upcoming year, and then again from September to September, not starting January through December. And that's simply because I now have way more time on my hands. I do also have, reading, writing, and other stuff that is going to take up my time, but I feel like I should be able to take the time to read more. I would love to be the kind of person who reads like 52 books in a year, a book a week, or even more than that. But I also know that if I set too big of a reading goal, which I've done before, and then I fall behind, I just don't do it. I just give up, basically. So I'm just doubling my goal for 2018, and hopefully that will turn out good. And as you can see, this is just a small part of the books that Marcus and I own, and we're probably gonna get more books because that's what we do. So I have some reading to do. Moving on into the third category of goals, which is writing. And for writing, I have 5 goals.
Okay, so I have 5 goals for writing. I know that one of them was write 500,000 words at a minimum. It was to finish the current draft I was on of, I believe, Alice, and finish 2 more first drafts. It wasn't query something? I hope it wasn't query something, because I'm not at a stage where anything I have should be queried, but I also, it's been a year. But let's see.
These are the goals I feel like are the most intertwined with one another, but here they are. My first goal for writing is that I intend to write 500,000 words creatively.
Yeah, I wanted to write 500,000 words. I did not do this. I wrote just under 160,000, which is still pretty good, for me at least, but it is nowhere near what I would have liked to write, and I probably could have written more, even despite the year I've had and everything that's gone wrong this year. I could have sat down more often to do writing, to write words. Also improve my English, apparently. But I did not do that. But about 160 is still pretty good. I got 32% done. 32% of my goal. That's still pretty good. That's actually better than I thought it was. I'm pretty happy with that. So about 32% of my goal done, which is nice.
Between now and next September. I wanted to go for 1,000,000 words initially, but Marcus talked some sense into me, and I realized that was maybe not the best idea. Simply because we are going to be traveling so much, and when we're traveling, we're going to be gone for more than 2 months, almost 3 months of this sabbatical.
Yeah, that didn't end up happening because we couldn't go to Japan this spring because of my foot and it needing surgery. So we were gone for 4 weeks in October, November, and then a week in January. And that's about it. Which I know is still a lot, and I'm very happy about those trips for the most part. I'm not so happy about the illnesses and ailments, but those were still good trips. Yeah.
And when we are traveling, we're not intending to, spend the entire day writing. We want to actually explore the places we are and take in all of that. So we're not going to write as much when we're out traveling, which made it make more sense to have the goal be 500,000 as opposed to 1,000,000. Now, our work days are going to be Monday through Friday, at least initially. We'll see how that turns out, but we're aiming to work for 5 days out of the weekly 7. And we're going to do NaNoWriMo this November, even though we're gone for about a third of the month. We're going to do Nano with the goal of 50,000. We're going to do Camp NaNoWriMo in April, probably with the goal of somewhere around 40,000-ish.
Yeah, apart from November last year, I have not had a single 40,000 word month. I'm so embarrassed. Why am I even filming this?
And then we're also going to do Camp NaNoWriMo in July. And there we're going to aim to overachieve, because that is the month we are not traveling out of these 3. We're going for about a third of November. And I am, of course, going to track my writing so that I can make graphs and beautiful other art installations.
I did track my words. I've not done any graphs or art installations. Shame on me.
Of how I do. Now, in order to achieve this and stay ahead, hopefully, and make sure we stay in the groove, we have the plan of the first Wednesday every month, we are gonna write.
This is something I think we did like twice this year. I think we did that in September and October.
Entirely. Every second of the day. Not quite. But once we're up to the schedule where we are productive for 6 hours a day, we're going to tag on a 7th hour on the first Wednesday every month, and then write for 7 hours.
This kind of schedule didn't end up happening. We tried and we failed and we tried different methods and nothing really worked out. So now we don't have schedules like that. We just work and we're creative and we produce things and create things, but we didn't end up having schedules like that, and it could have been beneficial if we had, but I don't mind what we've done. It didn't work out when we tried it, and we tried it several times. So yeah, I'm fine with that, but I hate that I put that as a goal.
We also set a word count goal for that specific day that I right now can't remember, but I'm going to put it here because we wrote that down, but I just don't have it in my notes. Our hope with this is that we're going to start off every month being ahead.
So an extra sort of half goal, I guess, was to do 1,000 words per hour during those days. I have definitely done 1,000 words per hour or more many a time, but since those Wednesdays didn't really happen, I can't really, call that a success, I guess. I don't know.
Now I understand that the first Wednesday of the month might be the 7th day of the month, but our hope is that that day will give us a push to stay ahead, or to get ahead and have smoother sailing for the rest of the month. My third writing goal is that I would like to finish 3 first drafts over the course of this year.
I don't really think I did this. I had the project I worked on in November for Nano, and I worked on like 3 different ones. I jumped around a whole lot, and I believe I reached the end of the one I actually won with, because I kept piling up the words. So I wrote like 8,000 words of this one, and then I started something new, but then I still counted those 8 and the new 12 or whatever I wrote. But I don't really want to count that one as a success. The one I'm currently working on, I'm still hoping to finish in September, but I didn't finish that in early September, so I guess that's a fail. And July I ended up cutting short, and April I don't think I won either, so I don't think I've done this. I think I might have 1 first draft completed. I don't like this look on myself. It's not a flattering color on me.
Now that doesn't sound like a lot if you're thinking that I'm gonna write 500,000 words,
yes,
and if that is split on 3 first drafts, those are extremely long drafts. But what I'm hoping with this, because I know that I give up on stories fairly easily, and even if I break these 500,000 words into, say, 10 novels, which are each 50,000 words, I'm probably not gonna reach 50,000 words of 10 novels.
I did give up on stories. I, however, did also fail my goal, so this didn't really go very well, did it? So far, none of my goals have gone well, and I know that we're about to approach the other category, or the exercise category, and yeah.
The fourth one of my writing goals is that I want to still put out 1 flash fiction a week. Marcus puts out his flash fictions on Wednesdays, I follow that up on the following Sunday, and that's the way we're gonna keep doing it. Our goal is still somewhere between 500 and 1,000 words per flash fiction, and that's the loose terms we're at right now.
This has not happened. I'm gonna bring up my WordPress, which is my author website, which I'm very bad at using. And let's see, the last flash fiction I uploaded, October 14th. And you may think that maybe I've written some that I just haven't uploaded. No, I haven't. Nope, moving on. Nope, don't want to talk about it. Really embarrassed.
And my 5th and final writing goal is that I want to put out 1 other blog post a month other than my flash fictions. Again, aiming kind of low with that, but as of right now I'm putting out 0 other blog posts a month. So, this would be better. Those posts are probably still going to be writing related. Maybe they're going to be a rundown on what I've been doing on the channel.
The last thing I uploaded on my blog was that flash fiction I talked about on the 14th of October last year. Let's just see if I uploaded anything other than flash fictions between like the middle of September and the end of blogging. Another flash fiction. And another flash fiction. And another flash fiction. Okay, so September 23rd, I did say I'm back on YouTube and linked to my YouTube. And then we're back at flash fictions. So in the past year, I've put up one post on my blog that wasn't a flash fiction. I really need to get better at using that site. I kind of want to like take everything down and redo the whole thing. This is embarrassing. This is pathetic and embarrassing, and I don't like making this video right now. Moving on.
Or maybe they're gonna be something completely different, but I would like to utilize my blog a bit more.
So the fact that I put up one in the past year is a success because that's more than I've done before. It's not a success. It's all a big failure.
Now my fourth and final category is exercise, she says with a sigh. I have 2 goals for this category and I have been very bad at actually exercising. So, yay.
Okay, before I even watch what this says, I like to exercise. I don't do it a lot. Like in general in my life, I haven't done it a lot. I was a horseback rider for like 5 years between the ages of 10 and 15. And then I have done some gym stuff on my own or with a friend. And I enjoy it, but I am not particularly sporty. I'm not very good at sport or exercise, but it's something I do enjoy doing. And now in my current state where I haven't been able to do that for a year, because when I filmed this, I still hadn't injured my foot. So at this point I was still ambitious. Now, a year later, when my foot is still not good, it was good for like 4 weeks in the middle, I am so frustrated with the fact that I am not able to exercise. I get jealous whenever I watch something on TV and they're going for a run, or I see someone biking down the street, or I see someone heading off to the gym. I get really jealous because I want to do those things. And I think I even more so want to do them because I'm not able to right now. And it's such a big frustration, and trying to think of it in a way, trying to think of when I might be able to do that and not being too overly ambitious, I'm thinking I might not be able to start exercising for another like 6 months. So after our wedding, we're getting married in March, by the way, and not that I need to do it before the wedding, that's not what I'm saying, but it's been so long since I did anything like that, and it is really, really frustrating, and I really miss it, and I am unable to because my foot is so bad. So yeah, I guess I could go to the gym and just lift weights with my arms, but I kind of don't want to hobble around inside the gym on my crutches. It doesn't really feel like something I want to do. Anyway, I'm going to go back into the video, but I just wanted to put that out there, and I know that my goals were to run a marathon, a half marathon, I think. You know, setting the bar kind of low, just a half marathon, and exercising once or twice a week, I think. Let's see.
These 2 goals are that I'm going to work it out 2 to 3 times a week.
Work out 2 to 3 times a week. I was ill when I filmed this. I know I filmed this around like the 16th, 17th, about a year ago, because I know when I had this cold the weekend of the 14th and 15th, or which was then the 15th and 16th, I assume, of the month, because there was a ball I was going to go to and I got sick and I couldn't go, and I know I filmed this right after that. So you can still hear the cold in my voice. Yeah, so I had a cold then, and then like a week and a half later, I injured my foot. I don't think I went to the gym once in that span. Maybe once, but definitely not 2 to 3 times a week for the past year.
If I'm healthy, so not right now, because I'm sick.
If I'm healthy. My foot's not healthy. I have not been able to. Can I count that as a win? Probably not, because I did have those 4 or 5 weeks in the middle when I was cleared to start exercising, and I didn't because they were busy in other ways. So I guess I failed this goal as well. I got my hopes up there for a second.
And the second one is that I'm going to run a half marathon. My initial plan was to run a marathon, but seeing as how I'm not a runner and I haven't been working out for at least 6 months.
Okay, so I said I hadn't been working out for at least 6 months, which means it's now been a year and a half since I got to do any like physical activity that wasn't walking. To be fair, I did dance at a wedding. That was in that 4 or 5 week gap, and I danced at that wedding, and that was fun. But that is the extent of, apart from walking, that is the extent of the exercise I've done now then for a year and a half. And yeah, and then another half a year on that. We're looking at like 2 years.
I should probably aim for a half marathon instead of a marathon.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it there and I'd probably just sign off at the end of this. But yeah, that is then the 11 goals I had for the sabbatical. I completed none of them. I made some progress on some of them, but saw none of them to completion. To be fair, it's been a rough year. If you've been here for a while, you know I've been injured. You know Mark has been ill and had to have surgery. I have had to have surgery. Probably need a second one soon. It's just not been a good year. I'm sure I'll look back at this in the future at some point, years down the road, and laugh at this. Right now, I'm not really able to. Right now, it hurts a little bit too much. So now I don't really have any goals, I guess, for the rest of the year. That's not true. I do have goals, just not goals I've put out there. But I've raised my Goodreads goal. My goal was 24, I believe, or 20, and then I raised it to 30 and now to 40 because I've read 33 books. I do think I'll finish that. I shouldn't say too much about it though, just in case I don't. But I have that goal and I do intend to participate in and win Nano, so I do have that going for me. Apart from that, I'm not setting any goals for myself right now. I am simply letting the rest of the year happen because it seems like it's just wanting to happen, and then I will just set some new goals for myself around the new year and probably share them with you, and hopefully when I do a recap of those goals, I won't have failed this hard. Anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you if you stuck around for all of it, because this was just a mess from beginning to end. I'll be back with another video soon, so I will see you then. Bye! Acquired a fiancé though.
Hello!